Words are not enough. Political speeches are not enough. Laws must be passed, severe, tough, real laws that will put these hate mongers away in prison for a long time.
In 1946, Rabbi Leon Spitz gave a genocidal sermon at a Purim festival entitled "Glamorous Purim Formula Calls for Extermination of Anti-Semitic Termites Through Self-Respect, Unity, Faith, Courage, and Sacrifice, just as in the days of old." Rabbi Spitz said, among other shockingly genocidal and dehumanizing things, "Let Esau whine and wail and protest to the civilized world, and let Jacob raise his hand to fight the good fight. For the anti-Semite has no morality, and he has no conscience. He understands but one language, and he must be dealt with on his own level." The Purim Jews stood up for their lives. American Jews, too, must come to grips with our contemporary anti-Semites. We must fill our jails with anti-Semitic gangsters. We must fill our insane asylums with anti-Semitic lunatics. We must combat every alien Jew hater. We must harass and prosecute our Jew baiters to the extreme limits of the laws. We must humble and shame our anti-Semitic hoodlums to such an extent that none will wish to dare to become fellow travelers. Purim's call to every Jew: exterminate the anti-Semitic termites. These dehumanizing Jewish demands and plans to silence dissent and public exposure of the truth and to trample all over our fundamental human rights to free speech are centuries old. In the early 19th century, shortly after the emancipation of the Jews in Germany, Karl Ludwig Berne, born Loeb Baruch, took advantage of his rights to free speech to demand that the free speech rights of Gentiles be denied, and instead that their speech be criminalized and punished. Berne responded to Ludolf Holst's scholarly investigation and exposure of Jewry's negative impact on the German economy with a dishonest review of Holst's revolutionary and insightful book, with a demand that all such expressions of the truth be criminalized and punished with incarceration in a gulag or political psycho-prison. Eugen Karl Düring documented Berne's obscene attack on free speech and dehumanization of Gentiles and wrote, "In a review which is deceitful and misleads the public as to a learned work on Jewry by Ludwig Holst Mainz, 1821, which incidentally suffered from Kant's philosophical weaknesses, he explained something to the author of this work, which is still characteristic of Jewish behavior today. He informed him that he, Berne, hoped to live to see the day when every such rabble-rousing writing against the Jews would land its author either in prison or in the madhouse." Berne died in 1837. The first official act of the Bolshevik Jews who changed their names and took over the Russian Empire and mass murdered 30 million Gentiles by the year 1923 made anti-Semitism in possession of the protocols a capital offense punishable by immediate summary execution. Jewish tyranny does not just deprive us of our fundamental human rights. Jewish tyrants also commit the worst genocides in human history. These are facts the Jews are desperate to conceal. What do they have planned for us that they seek to silence us?